Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad Boys for review, reaction, breakdowns, non-spoilers in the first half, spoilers in the second half. This is how we do. This is the breakdown. This is Keeping 99 Media. Will Smith and Martin, what you got for us? What's up, man? Today we are talking. This is the non-spoiler part of the review. So if you don't want spoilers, this is the part for you. Should you go see it? Should you not go see it? And let's get quickly into it. It's a solid movie, regardless of it's on its own. It's a solid movie. If you enjoy action movies, you probably should go see it. It's a solid movie, but it's a must-see if you're a Bad Boys fan. Bad Boys 1 and 2, 3. Not that Midnight Shyamalan twist, all that junk. You can go without seeing that. But Bad Boys 1 and 2, if you're a fan of Bad Boys 1 and 2, you can go see this movie. I don't know how much you would like it if you wasn't a fan of Bad Boys 1 and 2, because it got more into the tradition of Bad Boys 1 and 2. It got more into that tune. It got more tuned into that. You know what I mean? So, it's a solid movie. The movie based on Mike, Lowrey, and Marcus, two police officers who have solved the biggest crimes in Miami, the 304, 305 area. They have solved the biggest crimes. They have been part of this journey. Now you see Mike finally in a different stage of his life. Mike Lowrey is in a different stage. He's not the playboy he's been. His past is not coming to hunt him in this one. He's just settling down. And Marcus is in a new phase of his life. He's an older man now. He's older. He's an older gentleman. He's in his 50s, I think, at this point. So he's now dealing with things he has to deal in his life, but he's in a new phase of his life too, because now he's not as scary as before. He's not as worried about life as much as before. When we get into spoilers, you'll understand what I'm saying more. So it creates a dynamic of growth in each character that we have seen from the characters they previously were. It does a much better job at showcasing growth of the characters than 3 did. 3 showed no growth and they was just doing what they were doing, Midnight Shyamalan, everything doing. This shows growth in the characters we loved in Bad Boys 1 and 2. You see why they changed. You see why they were different. You see different personalities. As the movie goes through, you start noticing little things that they wouldn't do and how their age is actually affecting them and how the events of even 3 and 2 and 1 affects them. With a lot of callbacks. It's a lot of callbacks. One that I'm going to talk about in the spoiler review that actually got me to do the little meme from Wolf of Wall Street. So shout out to that. He actually got me to do that from Wolf of Wall Street. So shout out to that man. The movie has you wondering, where is it going? Because we have never seen these characters like this. And how will they overcome these new found growth in the character? With some funny moments, of course, Martin being hilarious in a subtle way and not so outrageous way, which I love. I absolutely love that he was more subtle in his way. And you also see like Mike, Will Smith character, being more of an adult, which we never seen before. Like his consequences of his actions in his past, being a wild boy, being that type, you know what I mean? That I'm out here, I'm finna jump over the edge and start just turn around and firing, which they also did a lot of playbacks in this movie, where each character did what the other character usually does. It was a fun thing. I don't know if anybody noticed, but it's really fun watching Martin do the things Marcus do the things Mike used to do, and Mike doing the things Marcus used to do. Because of age, right? Because the age hit them differently. And we're going to get into some spoilers, but I just want to go over that is the non-spoiler part. I'm going to give you 5 seconds before so you can get off. If you want to watch the spoiler review because you've seen the movie or you don't care about spoilers, here's 5 seconds for you. Yes, spoilers. Let's go over what I popped for. The end of the movie, Reggie shows up at the barbecue grill. Yes, he's at the barbecue grill. Mike and Marcus are arguing over who's really over the barbecue grill. They're arguing over. So what happens is Reggie's sister says, "Sirs, I want permission to cook my chicken." And he stands there and they ask, "Is he still here?" Which is because that's the throwback. That's the throwback to, have you ever killed somebody before? Have you ever been to prison? You want to? And he sits there and they like, he's still there. He like, "You gonna take care of this, Marcus?" And Marcus is like, "I just seen him, if you watch the movie, kill 15 people as a Marine," because he did that. He did that in the movie. He was so, I just like, hey, salute to you, my guy. You did that. But I just seen him do that. You think I'm gonna talk to him? Will said, "I'm gonna go." I got him. He looked at me like, "It's a twitch in his eye. Let him have it. I'll set the table." He said, "And I'll get the utensils." They knew what to do. They said, "I'll set the table and I'll get the place and do everything." And so, play off the joke, Marcus told Mike at the beginning, "You set the table and do all that stuff and make the potato salad." Mike said, "I'll make the potato salad. You set the table. We good." And Reggie got in, and Reggie stepped up with a chicken and smiled. Throwback from the one when he started dating the daughter. So that was a great throwback. But the movie starts out with Captain Howard being framed by Ranger McGrath and the guy who's running for mayor of the city. I think he's the Secretary of State now. I'm not quite sure. Y'all can correct me in the comment. I kind of just lost his position. And we had some old characters. Shout out to some Mike's old work. I'll call her. She's an older lady now, and she's married to him now. But these people are villains. They have been using funds from the cartel to lavish their lives up. And according to Mr. Secretary, Mr. Future mayoral candidate, they are here to stop terrorism. Of course, you always got to make an excuse when you're doing shady you know what I'm saying? So you have to have an excuse when you do this. So the movie is based on them setting up Howard. We see him in the beginning. They found the old boy used the bank, and he has the connection between the cartel and McGrath. And McGrath was in 3, by the way. He's the ranger that was in 3 getting his fingernails cut off. Throwbacks, a lot of throwbacks in this movie. Even though I kind of try to forget Bad Boys, but you kind of remember when they show it to you. Like, oh, I remember that they in the house, blow up the house, boom, boom. It's a lot of house blowing up in this one too. So basically what they're setting up Howard because he found out their organization and how high it went, even though I don't know really how high it went. They never quite classified that. But it was a straightforward story. They could have got Midnight Shyamalan and had a bunch of government officials and everybody in it, but they kept it more restrained to the characters on the screen. Better the job than 3 did. Even though it kind of led you to something like somebody way higher up, but I don't know how the Army Ranger and the state can tell the captain and be like, "Oh, he got shut down from the government." But I'm assuming they had that in the files later in the movie. So basically, he been on this since the first movie, and because the stash of cocaine they got ended up missing, meaning it was being sold somewhere. Hence, that real life drugs being sold in the street by the government, police forces, and stuff like that being corrupted and sold. It's a play of that. So they do a great job of portraying that in this movie. And eventually it leads to McGrath and everybody else kidnapping and trying to kidnap characters, which come in Reggie and the Marine stuff. So it leads to that. And during this time of all of this going on, Marcus starts the movie with him having a heart attack at the wedding of Mike, which he leads him to being late. They do the little gummy thing. Almost scared of him, did you? I'm sorry, sir. And then they shoot the villain, and it's like the playback on the grocery store deal. It's a great playback on that. So it plays off, like I said, it plays off a lot of old movies, which was a great job. Made me nostalgic, which probably made me, like I said, if you're a fan of 1 and 2, you will love this one. I'm just saying. If you're not a fan, it's still a solid thing. I don't know if you'll like it quite, but it's solid. It's a solid action movie. So they start the movie like that. Mike's having his wedding. He's chill now. He's having a wedding. I know I'm gonna do it all over the place, but I just let me cook. I'm explaining the scenario, the outline, and then we gonna let it cook. So he goes in. He had his wedding. Marcus has a heart attack. So he sees the captain, who shakes his head, says, "Not your time." So now he is not afraid anymore. Whereas throughout the movie, you see Mike have panic attacks. They see the captain in different ways. Marcus see the captain is not your time. Mike has to get to the point where it's not your fault, because his son the one that hit the snipe on the captain. So it's not your fault that you didn't raise your son because you didn't know he was there. It's not your fault, Mike. He's holding it on to him, so he continues to having panic attack throughout the movie. Which is, like I said, a play on character. He's fearful now. At the end, when he had a shot at McGrath, he couldn't take the shot because he was shaking. Every time he tried to get the scope, he'll move. Whereas Marcus is just doing the with the gun and just firing off both sides the way Mike used to do. That's why I was saying in the non-spoiler part, it's fun watching their characters be different in a normal way. Like age affecting them different. Age affect Marcus is, I'm old. I done almost died. I'm not scared of dying no more. I almost did it already. Whereas Mike, having the stress of his past, making him cautious, making him have panic attack, making him struggle. Vanessa Hudgens was in this movie. She did a role, her part of Mike's team, the only people they could trust. We had John Sally. Shout out to John Sally. He had his comedy role in it. Shout out to John Sally. But it was like I said, it's a movie about how they had to find the captain left clues, so they had to keep finding clues, go to this spot, that spot. They had to go get Mike's son, Ahmad, out of jail. Well, they had to get him in there. He was going to jail, but they bummed it and tried to hack him because they knew every move they was making, because Mike was giving it to his ex-girl. So, and like I said, Mike's married now, so he's stable. So he's a little more trusted than he used to be. Marcus a little more trusted. He's still trusted. They talk the soul joke and everything, but that's the movie. And I loved it. The soundtrack was amazing in the movie. I enjoyed it. We had Reba singing Bad Boys. Not much else you could do. Not much else. I like the movie. Let me know how y'all felt about it. Anything you liked, disliked, let me know in the comments. I will talk to you in the comments. Things I did, I liked it. I'm sorry. I'm nostalgic. Was it the greatest? Like and subscribe to that notification bell. I appreciate y'all. And discussion coming later on. The House of Dragons coming next Sunday. Power next Friday live, by the way. And then we had a regular video just come out that Saturday. So I do appreciate y'all. We got some movie reviews coming and everything. This is Keep It 99, the review channel. I appreciate y'all. Peace.